So as I speak, you take your writings. So welcome once again. We'll be looking at determination of learning rates. Yes, in some questions, you won't be giving learning rates. What is that learning rate? That is the rate at which the time used in the production of goods reduce, the rate of learning in which the workers in the organizations perform their tasks. So when we talk about learning rates, what we are actually talking about is a rate that shows the percentage. Is a rate that shows what? The percentage. Let's put that down. Is a rate that shows the percentage by which the average time or cost per unit falls each time cumulative production doubles. Each time cumulative production doubles. So I said the learning rate shows the percentage by which the average time or cost, sometimes it will not always be the time. It can be cost, because the less time you use in production, the less cost you will incur in terms of labor rates. So if you are using 2 hours on a task and now you are using 1 hour, if you are paying those workers daily, it means, and you are paying them in hours, it means you pay less rate in terms of wages. So the learning rate shows the percentage by which the average time or cost per unit falls each time cumulative production doubles. Each time cumulative production doubles. So for you to determine the learning rate, how do you determine learning rate in a question? How do we determine learning rate in a question? We can determine learning rate using a formula. We can determine learning rate using a formula. That is, we can have a formula in this form. That is AR to the power of N AR to the power of N equal to what? Equal to cumulative average. Cumulative average time per unit. Cumulative average time per unit. Please take note of this formula for you to determine your learning rates. I heard a sound. Is there any question? Okay. So now let me explain something better in addition to what we learned in the last class. Now, when we said for you to determine learning rates, or for you to determine the effect of learning on a task, the activity must be manual. The activity must be doubling. Yes, it means from 1, it doubles to 2. From 2, it doubles to 4. From 4, it doubles to 8. But you can be asked to determine the learning rate between two variables, which is what one of the assignments we solved, and we discovered that the effect of learning between two variables, between, let's say, between 6 and 8, you have 7 in between. You can be asked to determine the value of 7. So it means you must know the value, the hours required to produce 8 units, less the hours required to produce 1 unit to determine the hours to produce 7 units. So I'm going to show a simple table to explain the determination of learning rates before we now pick some examples to solve. I'm going to just show a simple table to explain this. So we can have units. Let's say unit completed now. Let's say unit completed. We can have, let's say, total time. Total time. We can have average time. There's difference between total time and average time. And once we are given a question, we must be able to differentiate between the two. Now, in most questions, they will not give you the total time, but you can get the total time once you have the average time. Yes. Or let me make this cumulative now. Let me say cumulative units. Cumulative units. So now, if the first unit is 1, and let's say you use the total time used is 100 hours. Now, when you double 1, the next will be what? Will be 2. Now, if you use 100 hours to produce 1 unit, now I'm just trying to give a question, to bring up a question now. Now, let's now say you use 160 hours to produce 2 units. And also, when 2 doubles, I'm just coming up with a question. It's not that there is a systematic way in which the total time is derived, but I'm driving somewhere. So let's now say 2 doubles to 4, and we use 256 hours. And also, let's say 4 doubles to 8, and let's say we use 409.6 hours. Yes, 409.6 hours. You can see the total time increase as the output doubles. Yes, as the output doubles from 1 to 2. It means, if you want to interpret this now, it shows that when you produce 1 unit, you use 100 hours. Now, how many hours do you now use to produce the second unit? It will be the difference between what? Between 160 and 100 hours. 160 and 100 hours. That will be the total time you use to just produce the second unit at this point. So, but where I'm driving to is this. How do you determine your average time? How do you determine your average time in this kind of scenario? How do you determine your average time? Your average time will be total time divided by what? Your cumulative unit. So in this case, the average time when you have 1 unit will be what? Would be 100 divided by what? 1. You have what? You have what as your average time? 100. When you have a cumulative unit of 2 and the total time is 160 hours, your average time will be what?
80.
Will be 160 divided by 2. You
And
have what?
80
80.
by
When you have a cumulative unit of 4 and the total time is 256, the average time will be what? The average time will be what?
64.
64.
64. When you have a cumulative unit of 8 and the total time is 409.6 hours, what will happen here? 409.6 divided by 8, you have what?
No,
51.2.
51.5.
51.2. What do you observe in relation to the average time? You can see a decrease from 100 to 80, from 80 to 64, from 64 to 51.2. Now, using this average time, you can determine the learning rate. You can determine the rate of decrease. The rate of decrease shows the rate of learning. Yes. So how do you determine the decrease? How do you determine the decrease? The percentage decrease now. How do you determine the percentage decrease in the average time, in the cumulative average time? How do you determine the percentage decrease? Now, how do you determine percentage decrease? Now, when the cumulative unit is 1 and the average time is 1, what will happen? What will be the percentage decrease at this point? At this point, it should be dash, because what is before 100 is 0. 0 minus 100 divided by 0 will give you nothing, undefined. Yes, I know there is a mathematics in relation to that. So now, for you to determine the, let me write it, please. Percentage decrease. Percentage decrease in average time. Now, the percentage decrease at the cumulative unit of 2 will be what? Will be, this is the approach, 100 minus what? Minus 80 divided by what? Multiply by 100. What will be the result? The
2000.
result,
20%.
how many percent?
20.
20%.
20%.
20%. So also, when the cumulative unit is 4 and the average time reduced to 64, what will be the percentage decrease in average time? To be 80 minus what? 64 divided by what? 80 multiplied by 100. The result will be what?
20.
Is what?
20%.
Fine,
20.
20%. Let's move further. When the cumulative unit is 8 and the average time reduced from 64 to 51.2, what will be the percentage decrease in average time? 64 minus 51.2 divided by what? 61.
20%.
64 or 61, sir?
Where did you get 61 from?
It's 54, sir.
So we have it as
21.
Denominator.
20%.
100. Then we have it as what? 20,
20%.
20%.
20.
Sir, where did you
20.9.
Denominator.
61, sir? The denominator.
Okay. So
It's supposed to be
64.
64.
So as you determine this, it shows that the percentage decrease in average time is 20%. So the implication of this is now what? The learning rate will be what? The learning rate will be what?
Consistent.
20%.
20.
In terms of percentage, it means you have a whole of 100. Now, when there's a decrease of 20%, what is happening?
80%
Only
learning
80
rate.
left.
The learning rate is 80%. 80%. Learning rate is 80%. 80%. So this is one of the approach to determine learning rate. Learning rate is one of the approach to determine learning rate. So in determining learning rate, you can use a formula. I presented this formula, right? So I'm going to bring forth another example where we are going to use this formula and the table to determine if we will get same figure as this, or same figure as what we derive using table and the formula approach. Let's take down this question and see. Let's take down this question and let's determine something. I believe you have your calculators. So going to another example. So we have it. Okay, let's say average unit time. Average unit time for products. For product B is given below. Is given below. Let's look at this table. Is given below. We have units. We have units. We have cumulative average. Cumulative average time. Now, in relation to the units, cumulative units, we have 1, we have 2, we have 4, and we have 8. Now, the cumulative average time now, we have 20 minutes. We have 17.2 minutes. Take note, average is different from total. So if you want to get total now, let's assume you want to get total from what we've done from the previous example in the last class. What will you do? If you want to get total, once you are given average and you have the cumulative unit, to get your total hours will be what? 2 multiplied by average. You get back this. Yes. Your cumulative unit multiplied by average, you get your total hours. Cumulative unit multiplied by average, you get your total hours. We check the solution of that assignment. You see this was displayed there. So you can have a cumulative average time of 14.792, likewise 792 minutes. And also you can have a cumulative average time of what? 12.72 minutes. Now, the question will be, determine the learning curve rate. the learning curve rate. Determine the learning curve rate. So to determine the learning curve rate, we use two approach. We use the algebraic approach and the table approach. So this is the algebraic approach. Let's define each of these values. Now, when we talk about A, what is A in this expression? A is what? A would be the average time of producing the first unit. Average time of producing the first unit. Now, what will be R? R will be equal to what? The learning rates. And what will be N? N will be equal to what? Number of time activity. Number of time activity was doubled to obtain the cumulative outputs. To obtain the cumulative outputs. So now, coming back to this question, now looking at this question, how many times do we experience doubling? How many times do we experience doubling?
Twice, sir.
Twice?
Twice. No,
3 times.
thrice.
3.
Thrice.
It's 3
Thrice.
times now. 3
Times.
times. Right, yeah.
Fine, it's 3 times.
3 times.
We experience doubling 3 times. So based on what we've just explained now, your N will be what?
3.
N will be what?
3.
3. Fine. Now,
3.
what will be A? A
20.
will be what?
No. 20.
Average
20.
time of producing the
A
first
will be what?
unit.
20.
20.
Fine. A will be 20. The A will be 20. Now, the cumulative average time per unit will be what? That is the cumulative, the last value here, the cumulative value here. What is the average time for it? That is interpretation of that.
Okay.
The last cumulative value, what is the average time for it? Is what? The average time is what? 12.72. 12.72. Now, with all this, to solve for using the algebraic approach, we'll have it as what? The value of A is what? Is 20, right? R is unknown. That is what we want to determine. And N is what? N is 3. The cumulative average time per unit is what? Cumulative average time per unit is what? Is 12.72.
70.
12.72. So trying to determine the value of R, which is the learning rate, what are we going to do now? What are we going to do? You divide
Make
both
R
sides by
equal to divide both
you
sides by
divide,
20.
you
By
divide
20.
both sides by 20. So you have it as you now have it as when you divide this side by 20. Okay. Let's say you divide this side by 20, and also you divide this region by 20. You're going to have what?
R
You're now
cube.
going to have R square divided by what? Divided by 20. So the result here will be what?
0.636.
So R square will be equal to 0.636. Now, from this point, for you to determine the value of R, what will you do? A good mathematician now. What will you do? You know all those indices in SS1. What will happen here now? To make R, we are not looking for R cube, right? We're just looking for the value of R. So what will happen? Somebody should help me now.
No idea, sir.
How about one?
The head is
This
blocked. Blocked.
not block, I beg.
It's locked now. Okay, help us out. It's locked.
This is what will happen. You know, R
Then
cube, for you to get the value of R, you make R cube cancel each other and look for the cube root of 0.636. So this is how it will be.
Mm.
Yes, you should remember that math.
Mm.
Should remember those mathematics. So you have it as this. Let me go and look for that. Where's that symbol now? So you have something like this. Okay, let me just make use of this. So you have something like this. You have 3 as the 0.636. So I'm using I can't get an appropriate symbol to use. So that's why I'm using this. So to get the value of R, this R, we cancel it. We cancel it. And so we'll be left with just R. So we'll just be left with R. And R will be equal to, what is the cube root of 0.636? You must learn how to press this in your calculator too.
0.85.
0.859. 859. So in percentage, the learning rate will be what? Approximately. When you multiply that by 100,
86%.
should be 86%. 86%. So let's now work using this table approach. Let's work using the table approach. Let's see we'll get 86%. In some questions, they will not give you the learning rate, you determine it. Yes. So let's see if we'll get 86% using the table approach now. It's not far-fetched from what we've displayed here. Yes. So we have 1.4, then the average, cumulative average time. Cumulative average time. Now for this, we have it as what? As 20 minutes. For this, we have it as 17.2 minutes. For this, we have it as what? 14.792 minutes. And for this, we have it as what? 12.72 minutes. So now, the percentage decrease will be what? You know, this will always be nil for the first cumulative unit. At this point, the percentage decrease will be what? Somebody should guide me now. What will I do here?
It will be 20 minus 17.2 divided by 20 multiplied by 100.
Yeah, write it in your book. So we have it as this: 20 minus 17.2 divided by what? 20. Multiply by 100. You have what?
14.
14%. The next one is what? 17.2 minus what? 14.792 divided by what? 17.2. Going to have a result of what?
14%.
What do you have?
14.
14.
Is that
14%.
14%?
But
The next one will be what? 14.792 minus what? 12.72 divided by what? 14.79 multiplied by 100. You have what? The result is what?
14%.
14%. So what will now be the learning rate now? When you say 100 minus 14%, the result will be what?
86%.
26%. I think this is in relation to this, right? You can see it.
Yes.
Yeah, classwork. At least you take this as classwork now. Let's see.
I don't know the cube root.
You
No,
said?
sir.
I don't know how to do that cube root.
Okay, you don't know how
So,
to
sir,
do
how
it
did we
now.
get 0.89? Go back to the solution, sir.
Sorry, let me just Go back there. Which one is that? This one?
The cube root of
You press 3 on your calculator, man. Second function, you look for this root sign and press 0.636. You should have 0.859. Which kind of calculator do you have, man?
Scientific calculator, sir.
No, there are different types of scientific calculator.
I know they are marketing my own.
Okay, Oga, do you get how we derive that, sir?
no, sir.
That is this 0.859.
Yes, sir.
Okay, on your calculator, when you press 3, then you look for that roots, the roots sign.
Yes, sir.
But you just press that. Okay, let me press my own now. Let me see. Let me see here.
I used
Second
the
form.
root sign. You didn't get me. I didn't get it.
Okay, you didn't get
I
it.
mean, same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing here. I use the root sign, 3 root sign, then 0.636.
Okay,
I
so
didn't get
you
it,
have
sir.
to click on shift first. Shift. Then you
Shift,
click
You have
on
to
the
yes.
click
root.
on shift.
Okay.
0.859.
The shift is it the shift that is the second function?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So I don't know if you've gotten it.
I want to quickly copy it. I screenshot it. Let me quickly.
Yeah. Sorry, sir. Is it the shift before the 3 or the 3 then shift root?
Shift, root, then the 0.4.
Okay, without the 3.
Yes.
Yes, in my calculator now, I have a root already. Once I press my shift, I'll see the root, the cube roots there already in my
Okay,
own calculator. So
okay,
once I
I've
press
got
shift
that,
and
sir.
I press it and put the figure 0.636. I don't know if you have that on your calculator.
Yeah, I got that,
Yes,
sir.
I've got it.
Uh-huh. So there's always a special class to learn calculator.
I've gotten it.
Uh-huh. Fine. So let's see what we can do now. Class work.
Hello, sir. Sorry, I can't get this 14%. Oh,
Oh, that
I
is
don't know why. 20, I'm surprised too.
this is the
20
20 minus 7.2.
minus, is it 7 or 17.2?
17.2, please.
17.2.
Divide by 20.
Okay, I was dividing 17.2 again. So
No, you were
divide
seeing,
by 20.
yes.
Thank you, sir.
So let's take this.
It's giving 19%, sir.
Okay, let me try my own again. 20 minus
20
17.2.
minus 17.2.
Divide by, everybody should try. I
Divide by
believe
20
divide by 100. I'm having
times
Multiply
100.
14.
by 100. I got 14%.
I'm having 14.
Ah, ah,
Maybe you check the
honestly, I'm
battery of your laptop. You check the battery of your calculator. All right, let's take this class exercise.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. I just want to ask question as regards the 14%.
Okay.
Now up after getting the R arriving at 86%.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is it necessary to show the workings to determine 14% again? Or we just less that 86 from 100 to arrive at 14?
No, what we are trying to derive is 86%, ma'am. The rate of learning is 86%. How much
Yes.
how much time, as you put in your efforts from a perfect 100%, what is the decrease
Okay.
you experience? The decrease you experience is 14. It means you are learning at the rate of 86%. So this 14 is just telling you the difference between the decrease between 20 minutes and 17.2 minutes. The percentage decrease is what? 14. The difference between this, so it means you are learning at the rate of 86%. Of 86%.
86%.
Yes. So if you refer back to the previous to the last class, you discover that they will give us. Let me go back there. I think I have it here.
Okay.
Yes, in this place now, we have average time. We have average time. For you to determine the average time, you have the learning rate already. The learning rate is already given to you,
Yes.
75. But in this case now, what we are looking at, we want to see how you can determine 75 in a question where you are not giving. So where you are not giving now, that is when you now apply these concepts. Yes. So now, can you use your computation, your calculator? Let's see something. 86% of 20 minutes will give us what? Let me see. 86.
86.
17.2.
17.2.
Yes, you see it now. So if you keep applying 86% on each of these cumulative, you keep seeing the reduction. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So that is what happened here. Is that fine, ma'am?
It's fine. It's clear. It's clear. It's clear. I'm just talking. Let's assume that during the examination period, because of the time, that's why I asked that question.
Okay.
Okay, no problem.
That's instead
No
of doing
problem.
14, getting 14, 14, 14.
No, instead of doing, to reserve time, instead of reworking it, arriving at that 14. On a normal time, we've already know it 6 minus 100 is 14%. So I'm just as a sort of shortcut.
Yes, in exam, you have to be very smart too. You can apply that approach. Yes.
Okay,
Because
okay.
it's one thing to
All right.
study.
Thank you.
It's one thing to study, and it's one thing to learn how to follow the examination skills. So you
All
must
right.
learn both at the same time. So
Okay.
the fastest way
Thank you,
you
sir.
can derive.
Now, which one is the fastest? How did she get the fastest way?
No, she's just saying that instead of repeating these workings over and over again,
If we get
once
the
you
first
are,
one,
yes, but you must do the second one to be very sure that you are having 14%, 14%. Yes, some questions can require you to. Yes.
Yes.
So
After getting the right weight, that gives us 86%. So we just less that 86 from 100. So we arrive at 14%. 14% decrease.
yes. Hope how do you get 86 at first, man?
I know we'll derive that one. That one is sure. We're
Okay.
using
so
the
from the
formula.
14, we got 86. We deducted 14 from 100, that we got 86.
Yes. So, take note. This one is another. This is another approach. This is different from this one.
Okay.
Yes, this is a method. This is algebraic method of deriving the learning rate. Yes. This is a
Okay.
tabular approach of determining the learning rate. To just confirm that, yes, whichever approach you use, you are fine. You can use this to determine your learning rate. You can use this tabular approach to determine your learning rate. So it's not that we take this value from here and
Hello, sir.
I'm with you, sir.
All right, sir.
Yeah, I just want to help out the lady that is getting 90% in the 20 minus 17. I just want to help her out if she's not still clear.
Madam Linda
I'm not
Min.
still clear. Oh. I'm still getting 19.
Okay, okay.
Madam,
The
what's your
reason
height?
is once you do 20 minus 17 points, then you divide it by 20. Don't put the formula at once. 17 minus 20 minus 17.2, then equals to, then divide by.
Divide by
Have you gotten
20.
it? Then multiply by. Then multiply by 100.
Okay. Thank you so much.
So
You're
please,
welcome.
Thank you.
Madam Linda Min, tell me what you've been doing.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what you've been doing.
Sir?
Tell me what you've been doing since, ma.
I don't even know.
Okay. All right,
Brought
that is fine.
20.7, then multiply by 100 divided by 2.
All right. So let's take this class assignment. This class work. You have to solve. So Jamilu PLC. Let's see. Jamilu PLC has budgeted a learning rate of 95%. Let me write it too. Jamilu PLC has budgeted for a learning rate of 95% on the production of its new products which is still at the development stage. Actual results were as follows. Let's see. Time to make the first unit of Q is equal to 40 minutes. Time to make the first 8 units is equal to 233 minutes. Calculate the learning rate. Calculate the learning rate, assuming assuming a steady state has not been reached. Has not been reached. Now, before you solve, let's look at the question together. This time, I'm interested in this time to make the first 8 units, which is the cumulative. Yes, the cumulative yes, units, the cumulative average time we need to determine now. Now, this time, is it average or total? That is what I'm interested in. Is it average or total?
It's total, sir.
It's total. Fine. That is just what I want to know. If it is average, it will be less than the first unit time. If you observe what we've been doing, average usually decline, reduce, reduce, reduce. You understand? So
Yes, sir.
now, for you to solve this question, what are you going to do? Because what you need is average. Is average for the cumulative. For the cumulative 8 units is average. So what are you going to do? I showed us when you have total and you need to determine average. When you have average and you need to determine total. So what are you going to do at this point now to determine the average?
We divide the minute by the unit.
Okay, fine. Fine. You divide 233 minutes by the units. So can you solve now using the algebraic approach, and you can also use the algebraic approach. Let's see.
Mr. Tokpe, please, can you kindly show the question again?
Yes, anybody there? What is the answer, please?
So I got 85%.
Okay, 55%.
85, 85.
Okay, it's 5. Okay. Your A is what?
40.
40, sir.
Okay, fine. Then your cumulative average is what?
233. Okay. Yeah, I did 233 divided by 8 to get for. Okay, I think that is.
Good.
Are we not getting it? So we don't have time. Let's show the workings. Wait, I'll give you one that you have to solve. So please, somebody should even help me with the answer now. Encourage me, please.
I got 98 too.
You got 98. So
Yes.
98. Let's see if you are correct. Let's see. 98. Listen.
I got 41.
Okay, that is nice.
I got
I got
2.4.
89, sir.
63. I got
I got
63.
Okay.
I got
All right.
89.
The wonder.
Okay. Okay, let's see what is happening now. Let's see. The cumulative average time, for you to determine the cumulative average time, because you're not giving, you're only giving the total. Cumulative average time per unit will be equal to what? 233 divided by what? By 8. You have
By
what?
8.
29.1.
29.15.
125.
29.
29.25. Yes.
29.23.
So
Okay.
A is what from the question?
40.
40.
A is 40.
And your N will be what?
N is it not 1? Because double to
N will be what?
N
N
is
is 3.
N is
One.
3.
3.
Okay, how do you
Oh.
determine 3?
How many times it's on?
The times of doubling, which we have the last unit as the last number as 8 units.
Yeah, so that is it. That is it. So you have your R, because from 1, you double 1, you have 2. You double 2, you have 4. You double 4, you have what?
8.
So the number of time you double is what? Is 3.
3.
3. So what else are we looking for? We have our 29.125. So when you solve now, what will you have? You divide both sides by 40, right?
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
have,
sir.
you have r cube
Yes, sir.
will be what? Will be equal to
0.728.
728.
0.728.
Okay, divide by 40.
Yeah.
So your r cube will be we have it as this. So the result will now be what? The cube root of, when you divide that, you have what?
Wow, I got it. 0.89.
0.7
0.728.
0.7281.
Wait, one.
So you have it as the value in brackets will be 0.7281. Then so when you look for the cube root of this value, you have what? Sorry, this should be r now. You have what?
0.90.
0.98.
90 or
0.89.
89.
So
I
approximately
got it now, sir.
it's 90%. So any complexity here?
No, sir.
Now, for example, let's assume we have a question in this order. Something else. Yes. Let me present something else again. Let's present something else. I'll just explain, you solve it. Let's say time taken now. Time taken to produce each of the first four quarters or first four batches of a new product was as follows. Let's present a table. Insert. Let's present a table now. Let's say we have batch number. We have let's say time taken. You know, they are not telling you average time now. This is total time taken. And you have, let's say, 1, you have 2, you have what? You have 3, and you have 4. And you have the time here is 120 minutes. And the time here is 70 minutes. 70 minutes. And the time here is now is 62. They just say time taken. So you're going to determine what is happening here. 62 minutes. The time here is 57 minutes. Now, where I'm driving to is this. When you are treating learning curve, when you are treating learning curve, these three, is it going to have any effect? These three, is it going to have any effect?
No.
Is it going to have any effect?
No, because it didn't double.
It's
No,
not
sir.
doubling.
Sorry, this should be. It's yes, it's not, it's irrelevant because it's not doubling. It's not doubling. So that is what I want you to note. It's not doubling. So even when you are trying to determine your results, you ignore it. Yes, your workings will be between 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. So
Okay, we'll
if
pick that one.
no, we are not picking 3. 3 is not
Are we
doubling.
are we skipping it?
Yes, because it's not doubling. The concept of learning curve is based on doubling. Doubling.
Doubling. All right, sir.
Yes. So you skip it. You are not making use of it. You are not making use of it. Yes. You are not making use of it. So the point is this. This is the time taking.
Sorry, sir. So to get the fourth batch, I was still going to have additional 8 batch number 8.
No,
Or will make
no.
you
No, you are not having, the question is not giving you batch 8.
okay.
Yes. The question wants you now to solve using, when you solve using your table and your formula, what will be the value of n? The number of times it doubles is what? Is 2 times. Your n will be, or your n will be 2. When you double 2, you double 2, 2 will be 4. When you double 1, 1 will be 2. When you double 2, 2 will be 4. So what I'm just trying to drive at is that this 3 is misleading. You are not using it. You are not using it. You are not using it. So this is the time taking. The time taking. The cumulative time will be what? Cumulative time will be what? Cumulative is present plus previous. Your time taking as at batch 1 is what? 100 plus previous. Previous is 0. You have 100, right? Cumulative time at this point is what? Will be 170.
170.
Cumulative time at this point should be what? 170, 62, 232. Cumulative time at this point will be what? 232, 57, 289. 289. So if you are now asked, what will be the cumulative average time? Cumulative average time will be what? Oh yeah, somebody should help me.
100 divided by 1.
Fine. 100.
Then 170 divided by
You have what? You have 85. Then 232 divided by 3. We are not using it, but let's just get the value. You have what?
77.3.
77.33. Then for this, you have what?
72.3.
So 72 points. You can say 25 or 3. But is so now, if you want to determine the learning rate now using this table, what will you do? What will you do now?
For the first one is nil.
Okay, fine.
The second one will be 100 minus 80 divided by 100 times 100.
Okay, 80, 85, right?
85, sorry, 85.
So the percentage decrease will be what? Percentage decrease for this will be nil. For this will be what? 100 minus what? 85.
Right.
Divide by what? 100.
15%.
15%. Multiply by 100. So you have it as 15%. 15%. So when you
Excuse me,
solve
sir.
for this one, yes, ma'am.
Please, what is the formula for cumulative average, sir?
Cumulative average.
Yes, sir.
We said what? Cumulative time divided by the batch number or units.
Cumulative time. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
So for this, your percentage decrease will be what?
9%.
The percentage decrease will be 85, right? Minus 77.33. So you have what? The result will be what? You are not making use of it, sir.
9%.
You don't need it. Sorry, you don't need this. You don't need this.
It's
So now,
9.
so now,
9.02.
okay, yes, but we don't need it to avoid confusion. It's not doubling. So the next will be what? 85 minus what?
72.25.
22.25 divided by 85.
85.
The result is what?
15%.
15%.
10%. So we have it as 15%. So what will be the learning rate now?
Eighty-five
Eight-
percent.
95%. 100 minus.
85%. So can you solve using the algebraic approach now?
Mm,
No, I want to screenshot the other one, please.
Is it this one?
No, the one we just solved. Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
You said we should ignore 3.
Yes, ma'am.
The number 3. So we should ignore it outrightly. So that
Very well.
that means we won't use the cumulative. We won't
Yes,
use the cumulative average. Okay?
yes. Because it's not doubling, ma'am.
It's not doubling. Okay? All right.
So using the algebraic approach, the result will be what?
%90.
90%. Yes, can I get answer? Madam Victoria, Madam Nobu, Madam Jamilu.
So what will be the A now?
Let's go back. I will not tell you. Let's go back to the definition of A. What is A?
Average time of producing the first unit is
Very
100.
good. Very good. 100.
R is 2 equal to, it doubled twice.
Yes, that is it. So the value of R will be what?
85%.
Fine. 85%. So who is not getting 85? Maybe you are not pressing the calculator very well.
I'm not getting it though.
So at which point are you now? Which point are you?
That's the last stage to get the, we usually press shift, then the square root this thing. But I press 2 square roots, but I'm not getting it.
When you divide 72.25 divided by
100
100.
to give 0.723.
Okay, approximately. Then the square root of that
Yes, sir.
will be what?
Yeah, got it, sir. Thank you, sir. 85.
So you can see it's so for learning curve, we'll be coming up with more questions, but I'll forward a video where I treated learning curve also for you to watch to expand your horizon on that. Our plan is to look at relevant costing from next